Hello and welcome back to another video. We've got some draft grades here. All of the picks, graded all of them, and I'll give you an overall grade at the end. It should be kind of quick, just a few notes about the player and the grade. So let's get right into it. Marco Kasper, center. I feel like most people, already know a bit about his game. So Marco Kasper, he's decent sized. His scoring ability is okay. He's a pretty good skater, pretty good puck handler. Just overall a good hockey player. And he'll probably be a good, second line center, hopefully one day in the NHL, and give us some depth at that position because we lack it. He's very NHL ready. I saw someone say that he could come in tomorrow and play in the NHL, and that's very true because he's not a project. He could come in a year or two and make the team, and that's nice. With the 40th pick, we picked Dylan James. A lot of people said he was a big reach, but I don't really care about that because when Stevie reaches on a player, it usually means he just really wants them. And if Stevie really wants a player, that means they must be pretty good. The main thing that I see when I watch him score goals is he's in the right place at the right time. He's right in front of the net there to chip it in, or he snipes a shot, or he takes a one-timer. However he can take his goals, he gets them. It doesn't matter. He's just always in the right place at the right time. Kind of like a soccer player where they're just standing around the net and the ball just kind of gets kicked their way on a cross and they freaking get their leg up there and kick it in or use their head or whatever. That's kind of what Dylan James does when it comes to scoring goals in hockey. He's just always around the net, always looking for a rebound, always looking for a way to score. So, high motor kind of guy, just kind of like Kasper, high motor. With the 52nd pick in the second round. Oh, I didn't even say the grade. Oh my goodness. I graded Marco Kasper an A-. I graded Dylan James a B. With the 52nd pick, we drafted Dmitry Bashilnikov, I think. I could pronounce it right earlier. I can't anymore, apparently. If you couldn't tell, he's Russian. I don't think it was very confusing on where he was from, just off of the first name alone. But I really like this dude. I graded it. I graded this pick an A. Is the highest pick. It's the highest grade I gave any pick in this draft. And it's either going to make me look really stupid or really good because this dude is either going to come in the NHL in a few years and tear it up, or he's never going to see the ice in the NHL. It's going to be one or the other. So I'm going all in and hoping this dude balls out because he scored 75 points in 56 games. I think he had 40 something goals. He almost had a goal a game. Not just a point a game, a goal every game. Yeah. This dude he's a bit undersized, yes. He's 5'10". Back in the 90s, who he kind of reminds me of, and it's not just, maybe it is just because he's Russian, but Slava Kozlov. Watch this dude play. Watch how he handles the puck. Watch how he kind of skates. Watch the way he kind of carries himself. And he'll remind you of Slava Kozlov playing over in Russia. He kind of reminds me of that. If you want to say he's undersized, friggin' Lucas Raymond's 5'11". Doesn't stop that dude from scoring 20 goals in his rookie season and finishing 4th place in the Calder. When you're a forward, you're a wing, when you're a goal scorer, you don't gotta be 6'2" to score goals. You just gotta have that ability. You just gotta have a nose for the puck. You gotta have a nice shot. You gotta have a decent one-timer. You gotta have scoring traits. You don't need to be super big. And this dude, freaking Dmitry, has tons of scoring in him, and it's gonna be really fun to watch him. I think if he makes it into the NHL, he's gonna be a guy just popping off 20, 30 goal seasons as a really nice depth piece on a Detroit Red Wings roster that's lifting Lord Stanley every few years, hopefully. Maybe, 4 times in 20 years like they did back in the 90s and 2000s. That'd be kind of nice. With the 105th pick, we picked Ant- Anton. It's not Antoine, it's Anton, I think. Uh, is that an H? I have horrible handwriting. Johansson, I think, is how you pronounce it. He's a defenseman. He's big and he's Swedish. So yeah, that alone got him a grade of a B minus. I don't know a ton on him, going off of what reporters have told me, reports that I've seen and stuff, because there's not a ton of film on him. Him being very large, him being very Swedish, and Steve Yzerman picking him all indicate to him being pretty good. So therefore, B minus. Amadis Lombardi. I know how you pronounce his last name because it's Lombardi. I'm just going to call him Lombardi. Lombardi, he plays center. He's undersized, but he has very good offense. Nose for the puck kind of situation. Kind of another right place at the right time. Not like he has amazing scoring skills. He just knows how to put the puck in the back of the net. Nothing fancy. That's about it. I gave him a C plus just because limited info and just not very. I don't feel very secure giving him anything higher than that. But I could look stupid because this is Steve Yzerman drafting these guys. So maybe I should just automatically give them all like a B or higher. You know, nothing below a B, because this is Steve Yzerman we're talking about. Next, with the 129th picks, we picked Maximilian Kilpinen. Maximilian. There are some interesting names. I'm bad with names, and yeah. So he's big and he's Swedish. Again, he plays left wing though. You give him a C plus as well. Kind of similar to Lombardi, just not a ton of info on him. He is big and he is Swedish. He does have okay offense. I've seen a few clips. He does have okay offense. So, you know, it is what it is. He's a decent scorer. We'll just have to see how he pans out. It's a project. You know, we're in the fourth round at this point. These guys are going to be projects. But the Red Wings developmental staff is very good with projects. So they could come along and contribute nicely. Next we got Mathurin. I'm just saying Mathurin, and no relation to Ben Mathurin of the Indiana Pacers in the NBA. He's a defenseman who's large and has limited upside on offense. Just sounds like a late round freaking Maurice Sider. I gave him a B just because very big defenseman with limited offense, and Steve Yzerman's taking him. Yeah, I'm going to trust Stevie on that one. I'm going to trust Stevie and say stuff like that until he gives us a reason to not trust him. Because so far, every player that he's reached on or overdrafted, they've panned out nicely so far. I mean, we're only 3 years into his drafting, but they've panned out nicely so far. Either in the NHL or in minor leagues or whatever, they're all looking promising. All of our prospects are looking promising. So he hasn't really given me a reason to not trust him. With the 201st pick, we picked Owen Mellenbacher. Mellenbacher? No, there's an A, so Mellenbacher. Plays center. He's another big guy. He's like 6'1", 6'2". I gave him a C+. With the 212th pick, we got Brennan Ali. This dude, I'm kind of interested in. He plays center, and he's a pretty good scorer. Like assists and goals, just points in general. He's good at moving the puck. He's good at scoring the puck. He's an overall good hockey player. And a lot of places had him going higher in the draft. One dude had him going in the second round. So a lot of draft experts, I know they're not always right, but they had him going a lot higher. Maybe the reason he fell was because he's a bit undersized, because he is. But someone falls in the draft that much, they might be kind of decent when we pick them up, because we can develop players good, so whatever problems they might have with them, we can probably fix. So I gave him a B. Putting a lot of trust, giving a B to a dude drafted in the late 7th round. But I'm going to take a flyer on him. I think he might be nice. You never know. Overall, this draft is a B. How I got the overall is I just took the percentage version of the letters and then did the mathematical way of coming up with the average. So yeah, it was like an 84.111% was the final average. So I was thinking I just rounded it up to a B. So overall, a B draft. I think it was a good draft. I mean, I think Stevie did a good job. See you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and have a good rest of your day. The NBA Summer League's on later. The Detroit Tigers play later. Go watch some of that. It's good for the soul.
Just got unlucky on a few plays tonight. One of those plays, I thought he was standing still, but he just hit the shit out of that one guy, and the guy went flying. They blew the whistle, and they called it on him.